Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading, we're taking a look at what will happen to the situation you have in mind. I'm planning to go as in much detail as possible in today's reading. I've picked out the decks that would help me do that. I have the full intention of being able to get as many details as possible. Oh, thanks for your situation. All right, so I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck for you to choose from. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find the timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of the introduction where we shuffle your zodiac signs and find out in which pile they'll fall under. Or if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, this is also an option, and you will find the timestamp for that as well down in the description box. Otherwise, let's take a look at the cards and what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you have the card Neptune. For pile number 2, you have the card Moon. And for pile number 3, you have the card Mars. All right, very interesting that they're all planets and heavenly bodies today. All right, very, very interesting. Let's now start pulling out your crystals and see which one matches with each card. This part of the process you guys enjoy very much, and so now I do it on camera with you. Okay, so for the third pile, we have a lot of oranges, yellows, and even pinks. So we can go for the cherry quartz, we can go for the citrine. We've been pulling out the Mookaite Jasper recently a lot. Let's give it a bit of a break. You know, that does work out a lot as well, this red Jasper with the blacks and the reds, just like the card. So that's another nice option here. For the moon, we can always do moonstone. Where is the moonstone? That's a good option. I do see a little bit of like a rainbow here on the side, which matches the rainbow aura quartz. You know, it kind of looks like it. We're like crazy enough. I think I might even stick with that. If you see this purple on the side here, it's just like the reflection of this crystal here. So I might actually go with that and not the moon crystal. I think this is really cool, really nice. Okay, so here we can do Lapis Lazuli. The Lapis Lazuli has this blue purplish undertone, which matches the card. There's a little bit of yellow matching the bumblebee Jasper a little bit, but not so much. You know, for this one as well, the opal could be, nah, it doesn't match the yellow. Yeah, I think we'll go for the Lapis Lazuli for the first pile, the Rainbow Aura Quartz for the second pile, and either the red Jasper, which is a great match if you ask me, or the citrine. Would the citrine be prettier? I think the citrine is prettier, although this is like a great match. I don't know. What should we go for? Nah, I think the red Jasper is a great match, although the citrine is so pretty. I think that's the right vibrational match, in my opinion. Okay, so these are the crystals for today's reading. Let me introduce each one to you up close. So for pile number 1, your crystal is the Lapis Lazuli. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you've got the Rainbow Aura Quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. And for pile number 3, your crystal is the red Jasper Point, and this is what it looks like. So take a look at which one of these three piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings you're meant to hear. Perhaps they will all be explaining to you how the situation that's on your mind is going to play out, is going to turn out. Or it might be talking about another situation that you're concerned about, that your guides want to communicate a message to you about. So yeah, trust your intuition, let it lead the way. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section of the introduction, you can pick your pile using your zodiac signs. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right, I think we are pretty much ready. Let's pull out the signs. Right, 4 for the first, 4 for the second, and 4 for the third. Right, so let's see what we've got. For pile number 1, the signs are Scorpio, Gemini, Cancer, as well as Libra. For pile number 2, the signs are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Virgo. And for pile number 3, your signs are Leo, Aries, Pisces, as well as Capricorn. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, as mentioned, hello, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, I assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And what I simply like to do is shuffle them around until I miss pulling out a card from the other, there we go, from the other side, or passing on a card to the other side. Or as what just happened, I took a card from the other side that I wasn't supposed to take. Any of these mistakes, I know that it is your chosen pile. So your chosen pile for today's reading, my dear soul family, is pile number 3. Okay. It also has the reds and the yellows. Very cool. All right, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Excuse me. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at what will happen to the situation that you have on your mind. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Lapis Lazuli. Your significator card is the Neptune card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Gemini, Cancer, as well as Libra. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so we'll start off your reading by taking a look at your oracle cards first, and then we will complete the whole reading using your tarot cards, as we always do. Right, so let's take a look at the initial energy of your reading. What is this about? What do we see here? Can I place this here? It's just gonna be too tight. Let's keep it the way it is. Okay, so you've got the card Embracing Enthusiasm. And you see a lot of butterflies here. Very nice card. Shout out to the heavens with happiness. Okay, that's a lovely card to have. You've got the sacral chakra with miracle. And doesn't it kind of have that same energy of going upwards and seeing things transform and miracles happening and happiness? I love this. And that's the yellow here with the prayer or keep hope or something. That's nice. Okay. I'm not seeing a lot of energy regarding what's going on yet, or maybe at all. Who knows? Maybe it's between you and spirit. We'll find out. You've got the card. Okay. So we've got something here. This is a very interesting story that actually right away gives a lot of perspective to the situation that you're in. So this is the story of Naga Besuki. Excuse me, Besuki, and we'll read it in a moment. And the keywords are addiction, boundaries, as well as enablement. Okay. And finally, you've got the card Dispersing. It's the Enneagram number 59. It is mountain and, wind and water. Okay, we'll take a look at this Enneagram in a moment, but let's pull out your tarot cards first. So, you've got the Seven of Pentacles with patience. Chariot with awareness. Right. Am I holding the deck the other way around? You've got the Queen of Cups with receptivity. Okay, let's stop there, and we can always expand. But I think I'm starting to understand so much. What am I understanding? I'm understanding that you are in a situation with this story. It has to do with someone who is acting like a brat, irresponsible. Let me read the story to you. I think it gives a nice summary, and I can always expand on the story. I know this one is a very interesting one. I can always expand on the actual story, because I know not all of it is here. But Naga Besuki is a story from, I think it was Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken. No, I am mistaken. So, there we go. Indonesia. My apologies. So, page 17. Okay, so Begawan sought out Naga Besuki, a guardian dragon, to help pay off the debt of his gambling-addicted son, Manik. So the thing here is that they're just telling us this part, and it's towards the end of the story, but actually the story is all about this son taking, like, getting themselves into debt because I think they play poker, or they gamble. They don't play poker. They gamble, and he keeps going back to his father, taking money to pay it off. His father would tell him, "This is the last time. You're getting all of us into trouble." And his father is like a responsible king who acts very, like, is very fair to his people, very wise person. But his son is not acting in the same way. And so he keeps taking more and more and more and more money from his father, pay off the debts that he promises, and he promises him not to get into these situations again, yet he finds himself in these situations again. And so finally, because his father kept paying his debt over and over, ran out of money, and now he ran off to the dragon and asked him to help him in this situation. The dragon helped him, but told him that if his son does that again, he's not going to be helping, and there would be a punishment even for his son. So his son disrespected even the dragon and put himself in a terrible situation. His father begged the dragon to release him. The dragon was wise, released him, but on the condition that he would serve his people or serve or something for the rest of his life. That's as much as I remember. But let's take a look at the summary. Bhagawan sought out Naga Basuki, a guardian dragon, to help pay off the debt of his gambling-addicted son, Manik. The unrepentant son kept reverting to his old habits, and Bhagawan eventually stopped helping him out of embarrassment. Manik bypassed his father and summoned the dragon to demand for more gold. Enraged, Naga Basuki, the dragon, incinerated him in response. Bhagawan begged for mercy, and Naga Basuki revived his son on the condition that he would be condemned to live in the mountains forever to atone for his actions. So yeah, when this card appears, it asks you to consider if you have been enabling others or yourself in toxic behaviors. Consider the long-term consequences of your actions to ensure that your assistance promotes personal growth so as to not lead yourself and others to negative outcomes. This doesn't mean you should stop helping altogether, but it does mean setting healthy boundaries while you assist others. Remember that there is a fine line between helping and enabling. For in this delicate balance, true empowerment resides. So what I'm seeing here, that it seems like you are in a situation, an unfavorable situation that you are worried about. And it also seems like your cards are saying that you are in this situation because one way or the other, you have been enabling it. There's something about Spirit saying here that we kept saving you over and over, but this time Spirit is allowing you to learn the lesson from this enablement. So have you been enabling someone in your life to keep doing what they're doing? Or is it a behavior, just like the guidebook was actually saying? Is it a behavior that you find yourself repeating and not learning from? Do you feel like you should be helping maybe someone in your life, but maybe you've given this person a far bigger space than they should have, and they're trespassing over your rights, perhaps? It does seem like that. But in any case, other than the big lesson that it seems Spirit wants you to absorb in this situation, you have awareness here. Moving forward requires your awareness of your shadow and why you are allowing one way or the other this situation to happen. If you are not in any way, shape, or form allowing a situation to happen to you in any way, then this is simply not your pile. Like if this is one of those situations where you're genuinely not allowing anything at all, then it's not your pile. But other than that, here it shows that movement forward with the Chariot is all about you gaining awareness with regards to the situation, because there's a birth, and this birth is of you. A new person arises as you gain awareness of this shadow. Simply being aware of this shadow, it seems, looking at your cards, will allow you to rise from the situation and heal. That's the Queen of Cups. It will allow you to become this new person. Automatically, it seems. It's your transmutation of the situation, your transformation, right? Of you going from the caterpillar phase to a butterfly who's free, who's beautiful, who can go to faraway lands, completely free from this situation. You will move from this situation, Spirit is showing, by recognizing this shadow. It seems like if you recognize it, automatically the movement happens. Maybe you'll start behaving differently. Maybe your energy is going to change. But it doesn't stop there, your message. Your message is saying, as for the situation itself, it looks like you could be in your mind with Neptune energy. You could be exaggerating the results and maybe how bad it's going to get a little bit in your mind without realizing, and which we all tend to get into this Neptune energy, all of us, when we're afraid of something or worried about something. We get all these scenarios, and it is our job to be grounded and stand in reality and not to follow these worries and fears. But with Neptune being your significator card, I really feel like they're also saying, as for the things that could happen or actually will happen, they're far from what you're imagining in your mind. They're not going to go down maybe the scary path or the terrible path that you think. Here it says, shout to the heavens with happiness. It's embracing enthusiasm. It is guiding you to embrace the positive results, because that's actually where you're going. It's telling you with the Seven of Pentacles to be patient regarding this situation. It is going to take its full course. Do you see the cycle of the moon here? It's going to take its full course. So it's not going to be, let's say, resolved now, or maybe you're towards the end, who knows? But if you're wondering, like, why is it taking this long? Is it going to go quick? Whatever this is, wherever you're at here, you could be towards the end, you could be in the middle, you could be in the beginning. It's telling you to have patience in the knowing that expect the best. Spirit is promising here that miracles are going to happen in this situation. You have the miracle card. So miracles are going to happen. Don't let your mind veer you off track and make you feel scared. Stay grounded and know that the best is going to happen to you. That's your promise in your situation. And it all begins, you expedite the process with the Chariot by gaining awareness of your own shadow that seems to be allowing for this energy to repeat itself in your life. Let's take a look at your Enneagram. I'm so intrigued. Let's pull out your guidebook and look at the 59th hexagram in terms of predictions. The hexagrams I opened on, there's the English side. The hexagram helps us with predictions and understanding the energy better. Let's see. 59. There we go. So it says dispersing and going with the flow. Yeah, go with the flow. It is showing. Go with the flow. Don't be too overly worried about it, and just let things play out its full cycle. So the dispersing hexagram is the 59th hexagram in the I Ching. It's created from the fusion of the wind hexagram and the water hexagram. This hexagram stands for dispersion, expansion, and smooth flow. Lovely, lovely to hear. Emphasizing the significance of flexibility and fluidity in challenging situations. So stay flexible, my dear pile number 1. Here is a concise understanding of your overall outlook, fortune, relationships, and health. I'm going to quickly read the summary of each one. They're small, as you can see, few lines for each, because I want to allow you to know, in case, for the different people listening to the reading, each one has a different part that they're concerned about. So, overall picture, dispersing highlights the ease and unobstructed flow of events. Beautiful. So, in challenging times, it's beneficial to be adaptable and to move with the situation rather than against it. Visionary leadership is crucial and can safely navigate everyone through trying times. And it even says miracles here. So trust the process, go with ease. Visionary leadership is crucial, as it's mentioning. So with regards to fortune, it says there are potential benefits in undertaking significant investments or initiatives. So if you want to take a risk or something, go ahead. Using the right strategy and tools can pave the way for success. Adapting to circumstances and making timely decisions can yield financial rewards. Okay, so for relationships, it says letting go of or concluding relationships that are no longer beneficial can usher in positive outcomes. Changes in dynamics within a community or group, even if they involve power shifts, are seen as fair and won't result in conflicts. And finally, in terms of health, the predictions are there may be minor health concerns to be aware of. Addressing them promptly and maintaining a cautious distance from potential triggers ensures these won't worsen. The association of the dispersing hexagram with water suggests being mindful of water-related health aspects, such as the kidneys or the urinary tract. So address them promptly and maintain a cautious distance from potential triggers. Ensures they won't worsen. Right, so conclusion. The dispersing hexagram offers a lesson in resilience and adaptability. When faced with hurdles, it's wise to stay relaxed, be flexible, which is what we saw here. It's crazy. Be flexible and move seamlessly with the situation. This approach ensures smoother transitions and adaptations to new circumstances. So there will be adaptation to new circumstances. You will come out of this smoothly, flow with it, be patient, be aware of the triggers or whatever the situation entails or what you're enabling for the situation to happen. And as you heal through it, you will be seeing miracles. You are going to be so happy with how the situation transforms in your favor, freeing you from so many things from when you were a caterpillar, from before all of this dark time happened. You will find yourself in a much better situation from when you started off, even before whatever happened here, in a favorable situation. You are going to change. The whole situation is going to transform in your favor, but it is saying go with the flow, be patient, be aware of your shadow. That is the key to healing all of this. And most importantly, don't go back to these triggers. Don't go back to the very thing that enabled for all of this to happen, whether this is in your relationships, in your health, in your finances. Don't go back to these situations. And you will find, my dear pile number 1, that this situation holds within it a lot of miracles that you can release, a lot of amazing potential that Spirit is waiting for you to unlock, a lot of abundance one way or the other that Spirit just wants you to unlock. So the choice is yours. How you move forward is yours. If you move forward without awareness with your shadow, you might find yourself paying a lot for the consequences of the situation. If you move with awareness and removing these triggers out of this situation, or whatever you could be enabling here, whether you realize it or not, and start healing, the situation will transform to your favor. So what are the miracles that you can expect that a spirit is referring to in your reading? You've got the Nine of Swords with the keyword sorrow. You've got the Knight of Pentacles with slowing down. And you've got the Nine of Cups with laziness. Okay. So in both cards here, actually in all cards, there's something very interesting. It looks like there's broken glass, or it's a tough situation. This tortoise here, or it's a turtle. I think it's a tortoise, actually. It seems troubled here. The Nine of Swords needs no introduction. There's fears, worries, stress, sorrow in specific. And it is showing in all of the cards that there is, although it's really rough and tough, there's a slither of hope, or a slither into a world full of expansion, just like the universe, just like the sea, just like the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card, a really relaxed, beautiful, amazing life ahead. In all of the cards, if you take it slow down, and if you take it easy, if you don't follow that stress. Apologies. So where do I see the miracle? It keeps showing up to me in the dichotomy of energies in all of the cards, that it looks like you feel it, like it's a rough situation, it's scary, it's slow, it's cutting, hurtful. But what you keep not seeing in your situation is that you are at the shore of hope, that moving forward, things are going to be amazing. You don't see that right now, but the very part you're not looking at or can't see for one reason or the other shows that there's something vast out there, something vast, something much amazing than the room you are in or the little situation you are in. There's something vast moving forward that you're not accounting for. That is so amazing. And you are on the brink of it. The brinks of it, you are brinks of it. It looks to me like you're very near. It feels so far, like things are about to close or hurt or break down. But really, there is something from your view so small now. Perhaps that's why you're not considering it or realizing it or noticing it. But it'll be that very thing that allows for this wish with the Nine of Cups, for this emotional fulfillment, for this grand wish that you have in your heart to come true. So there's something right now in your life, and it is from that this miracle will happen that you can't see. What is it in your life right now that will make this wish come true for you that you're not looking at? My dear pile number 1. Let's see. What is it, the small thing that you're not considering, giving your back to? You think it's on the shore, or you think it's so little, that'll turn out to be vast. 5 of Pentacles, the outsider. It's something that's currently there in your life, but you're not considering it because you think you're locked out of it, like you don't have access to it anyway, so why look in that direction? Although the lock, as you can see here, is open, so there isn't an actual lack. The door is not closed. And so I would say it is something that you want in your life. Maybe you have access to somehow, you can see hope towards, but you're like, what kind of hope? How would that happen for me? I'm locked out, but it's not. It's not locked out for you. This is where the miracle is happening. The strength card. It's amazing how the cards keep giving the same message. Do you see how a flower grows out of nowhere? From the very blockage. And so again, the very thing you think you're locked out of or is blocked in your face, in your way, will be the very thing that where the miracle arises. You think, oh, that can't happen for me. I mean, I would see a way out. There is a slither of a hope, but that's crazy to follow it. Actually, it's not crazy to follow it because this is where the miracle happens. And this reading is guiding you to take courage, to have courage, to actually look at it and think for yourself. Maybe the door is not locked after all. Maybe this can happen for me. Is there a sort of action that you need to take here? Yes or no? Four of Pentacles. It's absolutely in your hands. Completely. All of this abundance is absolutely in your hands today. You have it. You have the potential for it. You have the resources needed. You have everything that it takes for you to take a specific action into this direction of hope. In fact, you can consider yourself that you already have it. There's the wall again. You're not blocked. You have everything it takes to get to the other side. You're not locked out. You're not the outsider. The cards are showing. You are it. So have the courage to go and do what is necessary for this miracle to happen. You can already see slither of it. You on top of mind, you know something could happen in this direction, but you're thinking, oh, I'm scared. Maybe it won't happen for me. It's far from the truth. This will be fulfilled with the Nine of Cups. Move ahead, move towards, have courage, move ahead. It's not blocked in your face. There is healing in the situation, and it begins by you recognizing the shadow, you recognizing what you were enabling here, just simply being aware of it. And be patient, your cards are showing. Be patient in the knowing that things are going to be fantastic for you. And most importantly, this is your significator card after all. Don't let your mind wander and play games on you. That's the worst thing you can do in this situation. And it's saying just flow with it. There's wink, wink, a wink here. Just flow with the situation. You just don't know where it's taking you. Just flow with it. Trust the process is what I'm seeing in your reading. But most importantly, right now, one single important thing you're guided not to do is to go back to enabling the situation again. Like, even if you let your mind wander, if you're not patient, whatever, if you don't have hope, all of these are very important, don't get me wrong. But the single most important thing you're guided not to do, if you don't want to take another path altogether, and that is a path that you may not like, where there are repercussions to everything that is happening, and that is to not enable whatever this is. Would you like clues to what you may have been enabling without realizing, very quickly before we finish your reading? What is it that you could be enabling here? Aloneness with the Hermit. The Star card with silence. Oh. And the Three of Pentacles with guidance. Aloneness versus Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration. For some of you, I'm picking up on the idea that maybe you're doing something alone or handling something on your own when there's a role for each one here. You're being silent on your dreams. That's another energy that I'm seeing for some of you, enabling something to go wrong. you could be the one being silent on your dreams. What else could I be seeing here? Enabling, doing something on your own. Maybe you're in a relationship where you feel alone in this relationship. You don't see a way out. You're the one who gives light to the relationship. There isn't collaboration there. So it's an overall idea of you not being a bit passive towards something, not taking much action, handling it on your own versus collaborating with others or working with what works. Working with what works is another energy. Like, are you not doing what is necessary for something to work? Especially that it says guidance, so following your guidance. In terms of following your dreams and doing the right thing, collaborating with what works instead of trying to figure it out on your own or doing it on your own. Something like that. Very interesting. I didn't see it from this perspective, the whole reading. So yeah, being quiet, trying to figure it out on your own, not allowing others to play the roles properly, just as you are. Being silent, not following your dreams. Yeah, I'll keep repeating myself. These are the things that I am seeing with the cards. So whether relationships or dreams or people that should be doing the roles are all energies that I'm seeing here. And yeah, my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your situations. Please, in your situation, please don't worry. If I were you, I wouldn't worry in this situation with the miracle card appearing. Be enthusiastic. Notice, we're not going to repeat it. You know what you're guided to do here. But yeah, just know that there are miracles, and I wish you the best of luck from my heart in this situation. Stand in your power. And if you've enjoyed your reading, my dear pile number 1, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. It's a great way to support me. Help out with other people also seeing this reading, just as it may have helped you. Also, please do consider joining the membership. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. Sending you so much love, my dear soul family. And if you've enjoyed it, yeah, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at what will happen to the situation or with the situation that you have in mind. And these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But oh, this one I felt, I don't know if you were able to catch it on camera. It went between my finger. Anyways, long story short, I'm going to pull out this one as well. Yeah, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful rainbow aura quartz. Your significator card is the moon. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus, as well as Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay. So I think your cards are pretty much ready. Your tarot deck is shuffled. Let's get straight into it and see all about the situation and what will happen in as much detail as we can. So you've got the Enneagram, water and mountain. Yeah, water and mountain. Correct, with the keyword limping. Okay, let's keep it here. You also have the card Discovering Truth. You stand in the light of truth. Very interesting, because with the moon, we see a lot of vagueness in your situation. Perhaps you genuinely don't know what's going on. And I see that you are going to get your hands on some truth, that which you see as vague, very soon. You're going to have your hands on some vital information that you're not seeing. Okay. You've got the root chakra card with insecurity. perhaps you feel unsafe about this situation. And you've got the crown chakra with confusion. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw with the moon card here. A lot of confusion, a lot of vagueness, fogginess. You're not sure what's going on, and you're going to have your hands on the truth soon. Because so long as you're not seeing what's going on is perhaps why you feel so afraid of this situation. And so the green, the green representing the heart chakra and the heart, all are saying your heart will be protected or something like that. Although you feel a strong sense of insecurity at the moment with regards to this situation, your heart will be guarded, it will be protected. And you've got the card, the story of Caution of the Red Hill. I'm not sure if this is okay on YouTube. So to keep safe, I'm going to have it this way. Right, so the keywords here are creativity, resentment, as well as warning. And there seems to be some form of attack maybe that you're afraid of with insecurity. We're going to read this card in a moment, the story behind this card in a moment, so that we have more perspective towards your situation or maybe what you're worried about in that case. We'll see. But let's expand your reading and take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the Four of Swords in the background of the Four of Wands, which is amazing. Okay. Wow, we've got the Wheel of Fortune and we see the Magician there on top. Lovely. Okay. You've got, oh, nice, the Nine of Wands in the background of the Nine of Pentacles. Amazing. Cool, really cool cards. And finally, you've got the Hanged Man and you've got the Angel from the Temperance card. Yeah. So it looks like you're going to be hanging in there for a little while before things start to alchemize in this situation. But as you are hanging in there, things, you may not be seeing it, but things are working in your favor as you're waiting for something. So there's a wait here. And you can see it even in the Nine of Wands, in the background of the Nine of Pentacles. There's like a blockage, it seems, for a while, and it's there to protect you with the Nine of Wands, by the way. So there seems to be some form of blockage for a while before something manifests. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Swords, there seems to be rest, a pause, a rest before you celebrate something. The background is the Four of Wands, or an elevation coming out of something. Again, Wheel of Fortune, you're going to be very fortunate in this situation, and you might be experiencing a low point before you hit a high note. So all saying the same things. It's interesting, the juxtaposition of the cards. It's interesting how everything is kind of showing the same thing. But there's a strong aspect here. You're going to discover some truth. I'm not sure how this truth fits in. Is this like you're going to discover some truth and it's going to make you feel better before you go up? Is this a revelation of something, or is this truth that's actually going to help you in this situation? We'll find out. Let's keep discovering the meanings behind the cards in order to put it together. So let's take a look at this card first, the story of this card. Caution of the Red Hill. Caution of the Red Hill is a story from Singapore, and it is page number 36. And the story is, when a young boy creatively solved an issue plaguing the nation, he was hailed as a hero by the people. The Sultan, resentful of his growing popularity, called for his, I don't know if we can say that word, unaliving, right? He called for his unaliving. When the soldiers attacked, they discovered that they had stabbed an old lady instead of the boy. But the lady did not fall. She was a kind witch who sensed this would happen and took the innocent child's place. so he could flee. She then cursed all the intended to hurt the boy and turned the hill red with their blood, a warning for those who would betray others who helped them. This card highlights the importance of nurturing and protecting those who show promise and intelligence, rather than seeing them as threats. It is important to foster a nurturing environment where talents and intelligence are cherished and not feared, as it will ensure a brighter future for all. I kind of feel like someone betrayed you there when it comes to something. Like you helped someone else out. It's kind of like the saying, biting the hand that fed you. So I kind of feel like you're in a situation where you helped someone out and felt safe, only for them to attack you. And for a while, this hit really was painful to you. There's limping here. It caught you off balance. It confused you. It made you feel like, what's going on? What's this darkness? What's going on behind my back? You really didn't understand things for a while. Although you were there for someone, or it doesn't have to be someone, you put all of your heart and soul into something, and it's that very thing that seems like hurt you, right? You're like, I never expected that this thing that I put so much heart and soul into would be the very thing that hurts me today. So there's something around that here. And look, your reading is saying that this thing happened overall spiritually because it was there to guard you and protect you from something way worse. So it's definitely for your protection. And your reading is also saying when it comes to what will happen, you will not be necessarily seeing progress right now. There is some time before you see progress. That does not mean that things haven't been progressing, that you haven't been seeing all along. But after some time of silence, there's going to be a big bang in this situation, and it will fully materialize in the way you're imagining it, or wishing for, I rather say. And you will be very fortunate in this situation. Not to mention that you will have your hands on so much truth with regards to the situation moving forward. You will be discovering so many things that Spirit wants to show you with the crown chakra. So although this person or this situation has a lot of vagueness around it, or maybe they're trying to hide things from you, Spirit will be showing you things that will allow you to put your hands on the right thing. Very interesting reading. Just like the card is showing and the main card is showing, perhaps these people are planning, or this situation is somehow thinking that things will go in their way, that it will try to fool you, try to hurt you maybe, right? But Spirit is showing you that they will be sending you something to take the hit and not you. Someone else here is going to take the hit, and then things are going to be exposed. Right. Someone's going to take the hit here, and a lot of information is going to be exposed next. My heart's with you in this situation, my dear pile number 2. And speaking of predictions, I've got your hexagram. And hexagrams, guys, I've noticed are so accurate. I don't know what it is. It's like just like the tarot system and how it predicts things, and it's so shocking. It shows things in our lives. Also, I've personally experienced how the hexagram could be so accurate. So let's take a look at what your hexagram is showing you, guiding you, telling you to be careful with, all of that. So hexagram number 39, limping. Right, the limping hexagram is the 39th in the I Ching, symbolizing difficulty and challenges. The picture portrayed by this hexagram is water on a mountain, indicating obstacles ahead, causing movement to be hindered. Here's a concise understanding of your overall picture, fortune, relationships, and health. Right, so overall picture, the limping hexagram speaks of facing challenges and difficulties, which you're in at the moment as we see. However, this doesn't mean everything is unfavorable. When we recognize challenges and decide to pause, which is what's happening here, if you've decided to pause, then this is what it's saying. But if you're going through a pause, then it's favorable for you. Right. This doesn't mean everything is unfavorable. When we recognize challenges and decide to pause or adjust our direction, it indicates wisdom. Moving towards the southwest is favorable, while northeast should be approached with caution. Anyways, if this applies to you in any ways. This might suggest that progress in certain directions will be smoother, whereas other paths might require extra care. And in your case, the path that could have hurt you is blocked spiritually. And the pause here is in your favor. It's like Spirit working things out for you for that stab to happen with someone else and not against you. Okay, so that's what we're seeing here overall. So in finances or investment terms, there may be some obstacles or hardships. This isn't to say that investment shouldn't be made, but rather they should be undertaken with extra caution. And I believe it's the same thing overall. It's not to say that something bad is happening. It's to say that things to be taken with extra caution, and in this way it will be favorable for you. I will keep this in case you want to read it. And let's continue with the reading itself. In terms of your fortune, we keep seeing fortune, favorable. You are going to be in your reading very fortunate in this situation. So I was thinking of so many things at the same time that I wanted to say at the same time. So I wanted to say that your I Ching card wants to show you the special directions and how to be favorable, which Spirit is already doing for you, and you are going to be fortunate in this situation. So we have learned, looking at your cards, that there are so many truths being hidden from you. First of all, are you allowed to, in your reading, reveal some of this truth? Yes or no? Okay, so this reading will give you the seeds. It won't give you the full picture, but it will give you the beginning that will help you once things arise to fully understand the situation. So it will give you like the beginning thread, let's say, of all of the truths being held. So here's the good news. You will get to know about all of it in this reading, but you will only get to have the beginning of it, or just the energy of it, let's say. Not the full truth, because the full truth is meant to be revealed also over time. Okay, so let's find out all of the things that are being withheld from you at the moment. What are all of the things that are being withheld from you? My dear pile number 2. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups. Right. So the things that are being withheld from you, it seems like there are some legal matters, truths and legal matters with the Queen of Swords and the Justice card in the Queen of Swords. Now, if there aren't any legalities pertaining to the situation, then in that case, this is saying rules, rights that are not being told, you're not being aware of, rights, truths, certain legalities. Read the fine lines if you can, if you have something they haven't signed yet, I mean. So yeah, some legalities, rights, truths, some facts that you should know, but you're not, that are withheld from you. Powers that you have in this situation with the Ace of Wands. that they are not showing to you, like what kind of power do you hold and how much benefits it can give you if you learn about this power in this situation. Knight of Cups and the Hermit. It almost feels like things that only you can have because of the Hermit. A path of something that you want that you can have, but they're not showing you the way, right? The only thing here, if you've noticed, these are all things that are hidden. These are not necessarily things that make them more powerful than you or make this situation win over you. As you can see, these are all things that are advantages to you, with someone here holding their breath, hoping you don't find out about them. You see? So rights that you have, powers that you have, things that you can fulfill, which you are, by the way, it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time here. Things that you can fulfill, they're only relying on you not knowing, not seeing, not realizing exactly. So it's not like things being said behind your back or some form of plot, really. It's more so things that could work only if you don't know your rights, if you don't know your powers, or if you're lost, they're not giving you specific information. All, if you ask me, can be rectified if you ask questions, if you dig deeper, if you look into things better, if you start asking the right questions. Wake up to your power with the Ace of Wands. What are your powers in this situation? You want to start asking yourself. And sometimes, in order to know what your power is to realize what someone could be doing that they're not. Like, for example, if someone keeps threatening you and saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to fire you. And they keep repeating it, over and over. You got to ask yourself, why isn't this person doing what they're threatening? So that's one way to find your power in a context like that. Or another way to find your power in a context like that is to think, what could a person do in this situation that they haven't done? And ask yourself, why haven't they taken this action? Maybe you have a power there. Another way in this situation to find out your powers is to ask your rights. Maybe you never asked about your rights. Maybe you want to go and ask, hey, what are my rights in this situation? And finally, don't stop and lose hope with the pause here. Because they're betting on that. They're betting that you're going to give up because you can't find your way. They're betting, pile number 2 is going to give up soon. This is what they're betting on here. This is what they're wishing for if this is a person. This is how a situation would win over you if it's not a person, if you don't keep digging. Here, this card is suggesting that you do have a responsibility of continuing to look and not give up, because the eyes are closed here. I've noticed it from the very beginning. There's confusion, there are lies, there's a fog, and there's something you need to reveal. And so keep going on your track. Keep following your heart. Keep listening to your intuition with the Knight of Cups, your intuition, your heart, what you want from the situation. Keep going. Don't ever tell yourself in this particular situation that you're inquiring about today, it's not going to happen for me. I tried. It looks like it's not for me. That's exactly what the situation is betting on. You are guided to continue in the dark, although you can't see, because it might look like it's the dark to you because you have your eyes closed. This hermit is not in the dark. This hermit is in the bright daylight. And so this means the information is all around you. The way through is right next to you. It's not dark. is the fact that you don't know about something is the only reason why it's dark. And so you're guided to continue to seek this path, to take steps, to inquire, to ask questions, to see where your rights are at, and to use the powers that you have. Perhaps this is saying you have power that you're not using, and that's the only reason these people are doing what they're doing, or the situation is doing what it's doing. So maybe you have a power that you're not using. You want to veto the situation. You want to say no, maybe. You want to vote yourself out of the situation. Whatever it is, I'm just seeing that there's power that you're not seeing or not using. Perhaps you haven't used it at all, so much so that you forgot about it. So these are all things you want to think about. As I see in your cards, these are the seeds. But there's so much more. Perhaps this is why these are seeds. They're just highlighting something, and it's for you to figure out, to look into. That's why it's saying we're going to show you all of the seeds. These are all the things you're not looking at that are in the dark. And the moment you start having a grasp over them, this is the second where this diffusion is going to dissipate. And you are going to take yourself out of the situation altogether. So perhaps that's what you want to do with the limping card. It said to be careful. That's all you need to do. Just be careful. Take the precautions, right? That's what you need to do. That's why you have information here that you want to know about, because it is what's going to make you fortunate in this situation, actually, now thinking about it. And this block that is on your path now is only temporary, my dear pile number 2. Very soon you will be out of it, and your dream will manifest from this situation. Yeah, you're going to be very lucky. Let's see how this is going to go down. How are you going to be lucky? How is this going to unlock for you, my dear pile number 2, as you follow this information that is easily going to be given to you by Spirit, crown chakra? You're going to have your hands on it. Just don't be afraid. Go for it. Go ask questions. Go follow it. It's going to be easily given to you. So what's going to go down? How is this going to be unblocked? You've got the Page of Wands with the Sun card. There's definitely a new page. This is just the end of a chapter. There's definitely a new chapter coming up. It's not the end of the whole situation. Wow. You've got the Eight of Swords in the background of the Eight of Wands. It's crazy how you keep getting the same message. You're stuck now, but you're going to be fully free later. You're blocked now, but you're going to fully manifest something later. We keep getting the same thing. But we'll find out how with these cards. And you've got the High Priestess in the Magician. Well, with the High Priestess, you don't have full access to exactly how it's going to be unblocked, because Spirit is playing a role here, remember? Spirit is going to put something else that's going to take these consequences instead of you, which is amazing. That part is not meant to be revealed at the moment, how it's going to go, exactly how it's going to go down. Even the script is the other way around, covered. So you're not going to find out. But what's promised here with the Magician, that you're going to see magic. All of a sudden, bam, something is going to happen that you would never expect. That's going to be put in this path instead of you. That's going to take the hit, it seems, almost, instead of you. And that's going to happen in its due time. Right now, you are at the lowest point. Every second from this point that you just heard that is a point upwards. That wheel every second is a movement upwards, which is the Four of Wands, the background here. So you've hit the pinnacle of the situation. Congratulations. Everything moving forward is a movement upwards. So that was the end of that chapter, that low point. You've finalized this chapter as you're listening to your reading. And moving forward, there's a new page with the Page of Wands. Every other thing that's going to happen is going to be good news. It's going to be, at the very least, an improvement, movement upwards. It's going to be the release from one after the other to the very things that kept you stuck in place. You're going to be revealing truth also with the swords. You're going to get one information after the other, each one liberating you, each one giving you hope, each one taking you out of a difficulty until you find yourself moving out of it, being free and moving quickly out of this situation. Now, as this happens, there's a massive surprise that Spirit wants to show you here that is not meant to be revealed to you at the moment, but it just goes to show that Spirit is standing by your side. It's got your back. It's showing you you're not alone. And there's a big hand that Spirit is playing here. That will be revealed, this holding the moon, that will be revealed to you in due time. So there's a big hand in terms of revelation. I think it's all about revelation, the hand of Spirit here. The right information being put in your hands at the right time is the way Spirit will be protecting you from this situation. So much is going to be revealed, and somebody else, it seems, is going to be paying for this because of the right information being handed to you by Spirit at the right exact time when you need it. Before it would veer you off course or take you in another direction. So there's wisdom in when this information will be given to you, is exactly what I'm seeing in your reading. So yeah, congratulations. You've hit the pinnacle, the low point watching this reading. It's now ticking upwards. And many things are going to be revealed to you. This is not to say that you shouldn't be proactive, because it's mainly you being proactive about getting information. And as you're being proactive, Spirit will hand you the exact information at the exact time. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. My heart goes out to you. This is going to be amazing. It's moving positively from this moment onwards. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading and that it brought you the clarity that you need. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. All this truly helps out the channel, and it helps this right information also help someone out there that needs it. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. And my dear soul family, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at what will happen with the situation that you have in mind. And to do this reading, these are the decks that I'll be using. As always, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I list them below in the description box for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful red Jasper. Oh, you've got 2 cards here. Your significator card is Mars. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Aries, Pisces, as well as Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Your cards are pretty much ready. And as always, we're going to be taking a look at your oracle cards first before we expand your reading using your tarot cards. Okay, I feel drawn to these 2. Let's take these first. Let's take these out of the way. So, you've got the card staying focused. Hold the course. Okay. Stay focused. Very interesting. Mars, maybe you are going through what feels like a war or a fight. Stay focused. You've got the card navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. Amazing. It's all about looking at things, like navigating by the stars. It's looking at the stars, having knowledge of how to navigate by looking at the stars and so on. So there's focus here for sure. And uh, as you focus, look at what's important and don't be distracted by all the noise and the thunder and everything around you. Stay calm, stay focused in this situation. Okay, I did try it in another pile. I did note that it didn't work, but I have a new idea. So what if I do this? Would this fit a card? Yes, it does. So you've got this sacral chakra with the keyword self-worth. Interesting. And you've got the story of, that's the same story. All right, just to be careful with the YouTube rules. This card, as I mentioned, popped up in pile number 2. So if you're drawn to it, I highly recommend it. And the keywords here, I'll be reading the story behind this card in a moment, but the keywords here are creativity, resentment, as well as warning. And we've got the hexagram number 15, and this is Earth and Mountain, which we will check also in a moment. And as I was just telling pile number 2, I believe hexagrams to be a powerful tool to use for predictions. This is like from personal experience. But yeah, we'll read the predictions in the card in this hexagram in a moment. But let's pull out your tarot cards. So you've got the Page of Cups. Lovely. You've got the Four of Cups. New message. You've got the Nine of Cups. Amazing. And I believe we've got a space for one more card for sure. And this one's sliding out. You two. Okay, 2 more cards. And you've got the card, wow, King of Pentacles, living the high life. So, very positive cards for sure. It looks like, okay, before we get there, let's take a look at the situation itself. It does look like you are trying to have a grasp on or control a situation that you're going through that seems to feel like war. You're fighting something, or someone or something is fighting you, actually. And your guides are saying, within this situation, hold the course, stay focused. Don't be distracted. We talked a lot about that in the beginning. Don't be distracted about what these people are trying to do or what the situation is trying to do to you. Focus on what is important, and that is what's going to get you there. It may feel like it's a long way, but you're actually going to get there much shorter than you think. A. B, it looks like a mountain of gold. It just feels like that. And you've got the King of Pentacles here. It looks like whether this is the situation that's going to take you there or not, I do see that once you get out of this situation, there's something about your dreams coming true and you getting wealthy, very wealthy, from this situation or at the same time. So, knowing this story, which I will read to you in a moment, I do see that you've been betrayed in this situation. I do see some betrayal. Wasn't it a story from Singapore? I remember that. Caution of the Red Hill. Anyway, so I do see that you have been betrayed, either from someone or the situation turning out to be something that you didn't expect it to be, this or the other. But in all cases, let's take a look at the story. When a young boy creatively solved an issue plaguing the nation, he was hailed as a hero by the people. The Sultan, resentful, of his growing popularity, of his growing popularity, called for his unaliving. right? When the soldiers attacked, they discovered that they had hit using a knife, right? An old lady instead of the boy. But the lady did not fall. She was a kind witch who sensed this would happen and took the innocent child's place so he could flee. She then cursed all that intended to hurt the boy and turned the hill red. Oh, look at the hill. I swear to you, I forgot that this was a red hill. And there's something about, so this says the situation that you thought, the future of the situation that you thought was going to be bloody or bad is turning out to be very abundant. All right, so that it answers it right away and says that the situation will be bringing a lot of abundance to you. So she then cursed all that intended to hurt the boy and turned the hill red with their blood, a warning to those who would betray others who helped them. This card highlights the importance of nurturing and protecting those who show promise and intelligence, rather than seeing them as threats. So perhaps you are fighting people who believe you are a threat to them, or you're in a situation that quickly turned sour because the situation is threatened by you somehow. Situation or the people are threatened by you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm seeing, and it looks like this situation is actively fighting you at the moment. Now, this situation, thinking it's pushing you out of something, will actually lead to you having an even bigger position than you thought you would be in. It will also show you your worth in this situation, something maybe you didn't realize before with this card, self-worth. So it's actually working against them. It's like fighting to help you instead of fighting to hurt you, without anyone realizing that this is actually what's happening. Now, the more you discover your worth in this situation, and the more you start to realize, because that's going to happen, that you're being saved, because that's going to happen. We'll talk about this in a moment, that the situation starts working out in your favor, that you're winning. Your cards are saying have humility. Don't celebrate too quickly. Don't celebrate too quickly. Don't go, they thought they couldn't do without me, or anything like that, really. Or I'm the most important person in this situation. Don't celebrate. Don't get into this too quickly. Have humility as you go through it, because you're definitely going to sense all of that. Like, you're going to sense that you're winning. You're going to sense how much you're loved or appreciated in the situation, how it's working to your favor and against them. All of that in a twist of fate, in a quick message. Everything is going to change, and you're going to go really high. You're going to have so much. You're going to achieve so much of all of the wishes you wanted with regards to the situation. It's quickly turning into gold, turning into something that fits you, that you've been dreaming of, or is of great benefit to you. And so this is why your card is saying, don't get distracted, either by the bad or the amazing part, right? Don't get distracted, stay focused, and have humility. Don't celebrate too quickly. And speaking of celebrating too quickly, I was watching a movie yesterday of someone who inherited, I don't know, like 7 million or something from this uncle that passed away, and he was so tired of his manager who was mistreating him. And before he received this money, and that was my comment while watching the movie yesterday, I was like, this dude celebrated too quickly, too early. So he gets the news that he's going to be receiving 7 million, and right away he's standing in front of his manager, who's, being super bossy and inconsiderate, and he, knocks things off of his desk, and he goes and he tells him tells him to F off. And he starts speaking to him in a really aggressive way. Not an aggressive way, but like in a disrespectful way. You go and you find out this thing yourself. Why don't you figure it out? And the manager is super confused how he has the audacity to speak to him in this way. Long story short, this guy doesn't receive his money. I think his uncle leaves off, which is the whole story of the movie. He leaves products to sell, or he thinks he does, instead of money. And he's super frustrated. Now he has to go back in the next day and be super nice to his manager, who's not taking it, and fires him right away. So why did we get here? Humility. Yeah, there's something about don't celebrate too early. You're gonna watch things happening and you're yourself going super high very quickly. You having your dreams manifesting for you very quickly. And so it is saying, yes, you are very important in this situation. Yes, Spirit is gonna save you in a way you won't even expect or imagine, but have humility as you go through this. Have humility and also have patience as you go through this when it's rough, and don't give in either. Like stay calm and stay focused is what the reading is saying. Let's take a look at your hexagram. I'm sure it's going to predict so much more. Here it's going to show us so much more when it comes to this situation that you have in mind. Number 15. Humility and modesty. Because you're really going to be loved in this situation. You're going to be celebrated, you're going to be loved. And there are so many things with the Four of Cups that are going to happen and be communicated to you that you're not even expecting. So the humility hexagram is the 15th in the I Ching, and it's composed of the earth above and the mountain below, symbolizing modesty and being grounded. This hexagram is deeply connected with the virtues of humility and sincerity. Here's a concise understanding about your overall picture, fortune, relationships, and health. And I'm going to read the overall picture as well as the fortune, and I'll leave you to read, I'll bring this up close for you to read relationships and health if you want more, just so we don't waste time of the reading itself. Okay, so overall picture, it says, the humility hexagram underscores the importance of modesty and keeping a low profile. Approaching challenges with a humble attitude can pave the way for good fortune, which is happening for you. This hexagram encourages individuals to remain modest in all situations, allowing them to sidestep unnecessary complications. You see? So when it comes to your fortune, a key message from this hexagram is that a humble disposition can lead to long-term financial prosperity. Instead of flaunting one's wealth, it's wiser to share generously and judiciously, which can bring even greater rewards. And it seems like it's the same thing over and over when it comes to your relationships and to your health. Be humble, be modest, be respectful, don't show off, don't suffer through it. Be calm, stay focused. Through and through is your message. And things are going to work out in your favor. Amazing. And you're going to be very fortunate, which we keep seeing here in all of your cards. And not just a little bit fortunate, but super fortunate. And perhaps this card will reveal to us the kind of fortune that you can expect with the King of Pentacles, because again, you're going very high. Ace of Swords, you're going so high that you're going to be liberated from something that is tying you down. So with regards to the example of the movie that I just watched yesterday, or part of at least, this person wanted to be liberated from the company and the manager that's been mistreating them. And so if they had taken their time to like be patient in this situation, just like they always were, just a few more days or a few more months, they could have easily navigated the difficulty, the unnecessary difficulty that happened to them in the few months leading up to them getting what they should get, right? So in all cases, it shows me that you're stuck with a situation that you desperately wish to be free of, like maybe you want to get out of this war situation, or this war is on top of an already difficult situation that you are going through. It doesn't matter. It shows that whatever these resources are or these massive blessings are, they're not just going to take you out of this war-like situation, but they're going to put you in a very high position. They're going to make you understand who you are, and we'll speak about it in a moment, who you are, what your worth is in the situation, and it will completely allow you to liberate yourself from the difficulties you are currently going through. Yeah, resources that are so big they are liberating. Like, for example, finances, for example, as the Pentacles would suggest. It doesn't have to be. But if these are finances, then the finances or the money coming in are going to be so big that it would liberate you financially forever. So it looks like somewhere, or no, hold up. That's the beginning of the story. It looks like this war happened because you're really you're really loved in a situation here. Maybe you do something so well, or maybe just people simply love you with the Page of Cups. You're a well-loved person. So that could be giving actually jealousy or threatening, being threatened. Yeah, being threatened. That's why this whole war is happening here. But both cards show that a surprise is coming up with this Four of Cups and with what the witch did here to save this little boy. So this is what I want to take a look at next in your reading. What's the surprise that's going to shift this whole situation around? You're focused, you're going to get out of it, but there's a big surprise here for you. So what is this surprise, my dear pile number 3? Wow, Knight of Wands. This surprise is actually happening quite quickly for this pile. Anything I can pick up here? Right, we'll find out. Knight of Wands, or someone's coming quickly towards you, or it's coming quickly towards you. Ten of Wands. I don't know, Spirit is really like, or my mind is really drawing me to the piece of paper that's falling here. This specific detail. So you've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. These both look like jobs to me. So perhaps, I'm not saying it is, perhaps this has to do with your job, maybe. In any case, like an artist, a speaker of some sort. But anyways, what am I seeing? What's quickly coming towards you? Is that the piece of paper that's going to be dropped and will surprise you? Is it information being taken about you rather than given to you? Like, for example, that could be the hands of Spirit in play. Like, for example, instead of someone coming in to save you, I think you're going to be dropping some information that you didn't mean to drop, that will give a picture of your whole situation and redirect the course of communication and negotiation. and give you a louder voice in this situation, you're probably wondering how. You've already dropped this information without realizing. Maybe you were talking and you said something without realizing that turned out to be of great weight. Maybe you finished doing something that you thought everyone would already know you would finish doing, but it's already surprising everyone that you finished it. And this is in your favor. I don't know, but I do see that some information will slip from you without you realizing. That could initially make you feel like it's a heavy thing with the Ten of Wands. Or due to the heavy things that you are currently going through, it seems like something is going to slip from you that you don't want it actually to slip. And then once it slips, it works out completely to your favor in an unexpected turn of events. Why? Because your cards are showing then when this information slides, it's going to paint a whole new picture of your environment. And maybe a whole picture of what's on your mind, or a whole picture of your environment, giving a far different picture maybe than the zoomed in picture that they had in mind. Going, oh, seeing this whole picture clearly, like, oh, looks like Jack's working on this project too. Oh my God, now we can't go to the CEO and claim that Jack's not working, because with the investigation, we look like the ones causing trouble here. Oh, something like that, you see? Just a quick example to try to show you what I'm seeing. So something slips from you without you realizing as you're focused, that paints a whole bigger picture on your environment or what's on your mind, what you're up to, who you are, and it changes the course of communication forever. In this situation, the course changes. The whole communication changes in this situation. Now, I don't have a great understanding of what you're going through really, but this is probably why it says message, because communication changes completely after what you drop reveals everything. So what are you dropping here without realizing, now that we have some big understanding of the situation? I mean, the cards were very generous. We do have a lot of details. So what's dropping from you that you're not realizing? Also, this one moved, so I'm going to take it. What's dropping from you, or about to be dropped from you, or dropping now? Options. Two of Pentacles. That you have options. That you're not just enjoying one thing, that you can enjoy several things. While it looks like you're descending, that's a misunderstanding of your situation. They've misconstrued the situation so much so that in order to feel better, they thought you were descending. But looking at your situation better, they're like, oh my God, pile number 3 actually has options. Pile number 3 can enjoy more than one thing. Pile number 3 has more than one thing. They have the benefit of options and enjoying what they have. It's all good for them. The shadow is right under this girl, which means that it's noon. In broad daylight, this situation is going to fully expose everything about you. Expose the fact that everything is being exposed here. It's going to expose the fact that you are, you've got options and you are alluring, you know? Four of Swords. It's going to make them think, this information that's being dropped from you, that you're not worried. It's going to make them think that you are in a very relaxed situation. It's going to give them the message that you're very relaxed. You've got nothing to worry about. If this happens, you've got this option that's equally delicious or good. That you're good. This information that's dropping from you makes them realize how comfortable you are within this situation. Although you may not be because you're fighting it, but maybe it foretells them how you're going to be the one relaxed and not them, given that they know their information as well as a piece of yours now. Maybe the comparison allows them to realize that you're the one who's going to be safe with the Four of Swords here. Page of Pentacles. There's something about money in this pile. This piece of information shows that although you may not be far ahead with the page, it's working for you. Whatever you're doing is working for you. Also, you're working hard. Things are working for you. Things are growing for you. And very soon, this is going to turn out to be something that's bringing you maybe now a little money, a lot of money moving forward. Maybe this is your job position, for example. And maybe with your hard work, very soon it looks like you're going to be promoted. Maybe the piece of information shows it's not about work at all. And it shows that maybe you're working hard, but you're organized and you've got something going for you that soon will turn into something amazing. And you can see it all over your cards. This piece of paper that may be a surprise to them and maybe even to you. Maybe you don't know how far you can go either. Is going to change the course of communication and action. So that's as far as I can really pick up when it comes to the information that's falling from you without you realizing. Also, I'm noticing that these are not matching. Her clothes are not matching. They're fun for sure. But when it comes to the symbolism, I think this is talking about how they were seeing something in a way, and the information that just dropped that you didn't realize very quickly, it's like already happening, is making them realize, oh my God, it's not matching what we thought. It's not matching what we thought this person looked like or their situation looked like at all. It looked like they were losing, but really they're just enjoying everything. They're the one who are going to be at peace with everything. They're not going to lose anything. Not to mention that they're very much loved. They're working hard, they're focused, and very soon what we underestimated them as pages or as youngsters or as people who don't have much or something like that, we underestimated pile number 3 because pile number 3 is soon going to be at the very top. That's why your guides are saying, hold the course. You're on a path of bliss, and you can see it all over your reading. You're on a path of great bliss. They think, whoever this person's at war with you, that they're about to stab or hurt you in one way or the other, metaphorically speaking. Hurt you in a way or the other, but very quickly this is dropping from you these days. It's going to come as a shock for everyone, including you. It's going to lead to you having your dreams coming true as the course of communication changes, you liberating yourself once and for all. As this is happening, remember, my dear pile number 3, that your reading is showing you not to react too quickly, not to free yourself, because when we're stuck, we want to free ourselves very quickly, just like the movie that I told you about. Don't liberate yourself too quickly. Be calm until you have the power in your hands. You're yielding the power to fully liberate yourself, which is absolutely going to happen in your favor in your situation, in this reading. And yeah, my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see. Don't forget to check out pile number 2. You might be able to understand from their pile how this is speaking to you now that you've heard your reading first. and yeah, get a lot of details that you may not be getting here. And yeah, if you've enjoyed your reading, my dear pile number 3, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. It does help out the channel a lot. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. And yeah, I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!